Good evening, sir. This is Darnell from Porsche of Ocala. This is the 2018 Porsche Macan GTS that I mentioned while we were on the phone. The vehicle's in Carrara white metallic. It has a black and garnet red interior. As I'm pretty sure you know from owning Porsches in the past, the GTS model is typically the S model, but with a little bit more performance added to it to make it more of a sporty option for you. So the front end changes a little bit. You get a little bit more of an aggressive front end. You do have the LEDs that are more of a rectangular shape. Up front on the Macan, you have active flaps that are in the grille, or the air intake as Porsche calls it, which will help control the airflow. So they'll open and close on their own to distribute the air through the hood and into the actual intake itself. You have full LED headlights, so you got 4-point LED daytime running lights with an LED headlight itself. You have the 20-inch RS Spider design wheels in black. This vehicle has the door handles in black. This is equipped with the Porsche entry and drive. So here in the door handles, it's kind of hard to see because it's black, but there's a notch there so you can touch the handle to lock it. And when you put your hand inside the handle, there's a sensor to unlock the vehicle. You do have the roof rails in black. On the Macan, you get quite a few, the GTS version of the Macan, you get quite a few things as standard, such as the tinted taillights. You have the adaptive air suspension with the PASM, and then of course you got the sport exhaust. So you got the black exhaust tips, some more free-flowing exhaust to give you more of an exhaust note. Power tailgate is standard on the Macan. You can adjust the height using the button on the left. The button on the right is part of the entry and drive system, so that will close the hatch and lock the car. You do have a 40-20-40 split with the seat, so you can bring the center down or either side down. What's nice is when you have the air suspension on the Macan, you get this button here. So if you press this button and hold it down, it'll actually lower the back end of the car to make it easier to load cargo in. Backup camera and parking sensors are standard on the Macan. You have the side blade in black with the GTS logo on it. As I mentioned, you have the black and garnet red interior. In the rear, you do have vents for your passengers. So you got heated seats in the rear with the package that this car is equipped with, as well as having a control there in the center to control the temperature just a little bit in the back. Going up front, this one does have the 18-way power seat. You do have lane change assist, which is going to be the square that's on the side of the mirror. So once it's active, that light comes on when someone's in your blind spot. And if you're switching lanes by using a turn signal, that'll actually flicker rapidly so that you know not to switch lanes. You have your 3 instrument gauges just like you would in the Cayman. We spoke about the Cayman a little bit while we were on the phone. To the right, you have the TFT display. This display is going to have all the information that you need, and you control it with the multifunction steering wheel. Here's the PCM. It is touchscreen. It responds extremely quickly. Very smooth operation. Very vibrant screen. that has a proximity sensor, so when your hand gets close to the screen itself, the options that are available will pop up. The Macans do use a PDK transmission, which is nice. So they're still using the same transmission that you find in the sports cars. 7-speed, still shifts extremely quick. Very smooth transition between gears. You have your climate control on the driver's side, and then your climate control on the passenger side. This does have heated and ventilated seats for the driver and passenger. This vehicle does put the power down, obviously through the PDK and then through the all-wheel drive system. And this vehicle does have 360 horsepower and 369 pound-foot of torque, and you get the peak torque at 1650 RPM, which is quite impressive. That's barely above idle. And here are your extra options down here. So you got your sport mode, you got your sport plus, you got your PASM, so you can adjust the chassis feel, and then you have your air suspension, so you can lower and raise the vehicle. When you put it into the sport plus mode, it'll automatically drop the car to the lowest setting and put it in the stiffest setting, with the assumption that you're going to do more performance-driven driving. You have your off-road mode. Lane departure warning has become standard as of 2017. You have the sport exhaust, as I mentioned before, that's standard, so the button to open and close the exhaust is there. And then you have your automatic start and stop, now that it's standard on Porsche. So this will allow the engine to turn off and save on fuel. Let's go out and take a look. The motor that this car has. Like I said, it's a 3-liter V6 twin turbo. And as I mentioned, the vents are active that are in the front. So you can actually see where the air is directed to the intake system. You got a very thick strut brace going across the top of the car, help control the stability. Just like how we mentioned the Cayman handling characteristics were superior to pretty much everyone, the Macan is the same way. They had the same goal in mind, to make an SUV that doesn't drive like an SUV, so it handles extremely well. You feel like you're driving a sports car. Again, this is Darno from Porsche. Hopefully you liked the video, and we'll speak soon. Thank you.